Welcome friends to the 2026 Genesis GV60. We have a lot of new updates to talk about, and as always, if you stay tuned until the end of this video, I'll be sharing with you some free resources that you can use to help negotiate and to save money with your next car purchase. But again, I'm going to save that for the end. For right now, let's get started with the updates. With the exterior colors, we have a all new Tromso green color. However, the Matterhorn white matte is no longer available. With the interior colors, we have a new aqua green / galaxy black color, along with a sky blue / Prussian blue. That color combination that is also available to you for 2026. Now the GV60, it is a full EV, of course. So we now have a new 84 kilowatt hour battery pack with an estimated total range of 306 miles. So that's the max range that you can expect to get on some of the more basic GV60s. And we also get the NACS port as well for 2026. Now other exterior updates include less black plastic cladding being used throughout the vehicle. We have more color matched side panels and front and rear bumpers being used. So that's going to give this vehicle a more premium look. That's something that almost everyone appreciates. And we also get a new 3-dimensional bumper and grille. We also get new 20 and 21 inch wheel designs, and we also get a new multi-lens array, or the MLA headlamps. Regarding the interior, we have a new standard D-cut 3-spoke steering wheel, which I really appreciate. The GV60 in general has a more sporty driving dynamic, so that 3-spoke D-shaped wheel, it's going to match that driving character. Also, they've made the boost button a silver color, and the wireless charging pad has been relocated horizontally below the center armrest for improved usability. Now, regarding some of the features, we have the remote smart parking assist 2 available on the top of the line performance all-wheel drive only, and this is going to add capabilities like surround view camera and some additional sensors. The highway driving assist 2 that's available, and it's going to add lane change assist through turn signal operation and drifting assist. We also get expanded voice recognition controls. There's also going to be a heads-up display that's available on the performance all-wheel drive only, and also the digital center mirror that's going to be available on the performance all-wheel drive as well. We get a new 27-inch OLED instrument cluster and navigation system. We also get standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for 2026. You also get the over-the-air updates, of course, and surprisingly, they have gotten rid of the Face Connect facial recognition technology for 2026. What happened? I thought these car companies love to collect our data, but interesting how they are getting rid of that face recognition tech. Regarding the safety tech, we have some new updates here as well. We have the hands-on detection, which has been added to the lane following assist and the highway driving assist capabilities. And the lane following assist 2, it provides improvements to expanded coverage within the lane. We also get steering angle and torque sensor and hands-on detection. The forward collision avoidance assist available on the performance all-wheel drive. It includes the junction cross, the direct oncoming, lane change oncoming, lane change side, and evasive steering assist functions. And finally, the forward attention warning comes standard for all of these GV60s. It is a infrared camera mounted on top of the steering column. Maybe that's why they got rid of the facial recognition technology. They got this new infrared camera mounted on the steering column. Regardless of that, those are all of your changes for the 2026 GV60 electric SUV. We do have the official pricing for these vehicles, and they are on sale right now. So the GV60 rear-wheel drive, the entry-level model, that's going to set you back $52,525. That's like $125 cheaper than last year. Then we have the GV60 all-wheel drive with the 19-inch wheels. That's $56,025, a bit more expensive than last year. Then we have the GV60 Advanced all-wheel drive with the 20-inch wheels. This is kind of the model that I recommend. That's going to set you back $59,405. That's almost cheaper by $1,500 compared to last year, but the performance model has gone up in price. This is the top of the line model. I do like this model and I do recommend this because this is the model that I test drove. But yeah, the performance all-wheel drive, $71,875, almost $2,000 more expensive than last year. Plus, make sure to add $1,495 for the destination charge to all of the prices listed. The rear-wheel drive model, it's got the best range So that entry-level model, that's the one doing 306 miles of range, but it has the least amount of power, 225 horses, 258 pounds-feet of torque. It does have reasonably fast charging, so using a DC fast charger, the level 3 chargers, you can do 10 to 80% within 18 minutes. That's not bad. Stepping up one level to the all-wheel drive, you're going to get a bit less range, 282 miles, but you get a lot more power, 314 horsepower and 446 pounds-feet of torque, and that pretty much applies to the advanced model as well. I like the advanced for the additional features, but that performance model, the one that I tested, it's got 429 horsepower and 516 pounds-feet of torque, and this EV is no joke. Unlike most electric vehicles that I have tested, the GV60 performance, it really does continue to build power and speed even on the top end. Usually with a lot of these EVs, the power kind of dies out after 60 miles an hour, but this one, it keeps building, so really impressive. I also like the premium Nappa leather, the Bang & Olufsen audio system. Those are all very nice touches. I would say the only real con regarding the GV60, it's going to be the at-limit handling, which I get it. Most people driving these vehicles out on the street, they're not going to be driving anywhere near as hard as I am when I'm testing these cars, so they're not going to have really a big issue with the way these vehicles handle at the limit. For your everyday driving, the confidence, the security, all of that is very good regarding the handling of the GV60. And when you go with the all-wheel drive models, you will not be disappointed with the speed. I do appreciate the interior space. I like these separate controls for the HVAC. Most EVs, they just shove everything into one massive tablet touchscreen. Genesis did not do that. We have a more ergonomic interior space with the GV60. Regardless, since you made it to the end of this video, here are some resources that you can utilize to help save you money with your next car purchase. Linked below in the description box of this video, I will have a free leasing calculator provided to you by AutoCompanion. This free leasing calculator shows you the interest rate of a lease, the residual values, and the incentives that you can get in your local zip code. And incentives come from the manufacturer and they stack on top of whatever dealer discount you're able to negotiate. So whether you are leasing, financing, or paying cash, you should use this calculator to see the incentives that you can qualify for. And the GV60, it is of course an electric vehicle, and EVs, they crash and tank in value. So it's not something that I really recommend financing or keeping for the long term. Sure, most OEMs are offering pretty long and lengthy warranties for the battery, but regardless of that, they crash in value too much, so I only recommend leasing them. And sometimes with certain manufacturers, you have to lease an EV to take advantage of the substantial incentives. In the case of the GV60, I don't think it really matters how you buy it. There's like a $5,000 incentive on the 2026 GV60, although it's probably not going to stack with the 0% financing, but I don't recommend financing anyway. Regardless, all of these things, they can change every month, like incentives, lease programs, interest rates, etc. But AutoCompanion's free leasing calculator, that also updates every month. But what's the best way to go about negotiating on one of these? Well, first I did a nationwide search on Car Gurus for the new GV60s, and there's only 132 of these available throughout the entire country. So yeah, there's not much selection, and many of these are like 2024 and 2025 model years. There's actually no incentivized lease support on the 2025 model years, so it's not even worth considering. So when you sort by the 2026 GV60s, there's only 40 of them available throughout the entire country as of right now. And when you go on a website like iSeeCars.com, and you try to check the invoice price of these vehicles, there is not much meat on the bone regarding most Genesis and Hyundai Kia vehicles. Like invoice to MSRP on this electric GV60, it's about $1,200 to $1,400, again, depending on the trim. That is not much of a discount. That's less than 2% off the MSRP. And keep in mind, that's the discount coming from the dealership. Incentives come from the manufacturer. So this is you trying to negotiate with the dealership. 2% off is pretty much nothing. Honestly, for EVs that crash in value like this, I expect to get at least 10% off the MSRP, but that's going to be easier said than done. Many people have mentioned that it's kind of difficult dealing with Genesis dealerships. They don't really negotiate much, even on vehicles that have been sitting on their lot for a long period of time. You ask for a deep discount and they'll pretty much just ignore you. So it's highly likely that if you do reach out to these dealerships, that they're not going to entertain your kind of lowball offers. Regardless, I ran some numbers on AutoCompanion's calculator for the 2026 model year. With a $1,200 discount on an advanced model that stickers for $61,550. It's going to lease out for like $900 a month. That's for a 2-year lease, assuming you put no money down, and that includes the $5,000 retail bonus cash. And this is for a state like Pennsylvania. So that's not great. However, if you crank up the dealer discount to 10%, then the monthly payment drops to $653, and that's more like it. That's more in line with what a vehicle like this should be leasing out for. So if you can achieve that fabled 10% off, then go ahead. But if it's just 1.95% off the MSRP, then I wouldn't really go for it, because AutoCompanion is actually also one of the largest car brokers in the United States. And he's got brands like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Audi, etc., along with some economy brands. And on something like a BMW i4, the iX, he's got over 10% off, even 12% off the MSRP. And the larger, more expensive iX leases out for less money than this GV60. So yeah, the GV60, even though I like it, it's kind of a hard recommendation for me, because the only thing that matters with an EV is how cheap you can get it. But to take advantage of AutoCompanion's deals and discounts, he does charge a broker fee. He did say that if you go on his website and you fill out an inquiry form and you mention my channel, he did say that he'll take some money off of his fee, and I really appreciate him doing that for my audience, because he truly does have some of the best selection. Most of his dealerships, they are in California or in Washington, D.C., but he does offer nationwide shipping. Regardless of that, I will have all of AutoCompanion's information in the description box of this video. If you found value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.